once again, everybody's favourite gummy bear back on my good old dad's land. That's one of his little smoky cats. He's a bit shy. Well, my good old dad's gone on holiday and he's left me a bit of work to do. The sheer amount of wood he's got is just crazy. Anyway, I've got all this to split today. I'm not entirely sure what it is, but I do know it's bloody hard, it's bloody heavy, and it's quite damp as well. So these have got to be split maybe 2-3 times in order to get them into his fireplace. This is going to be a right bugger, because I know that this sort of wood just doesn't split very well. It explodes apart. Well, the splitter's looking a bit worse for wear. It is still working, but it's going to need a bit of maintenance soon. I think it's going to need a coat of paint and a good old scrub down. It's left outside most of the town to tarpaulin, so it is sort of safe, but it could be in better nick. First thing I've got to do is get that over to there. Oh, bugger. So that's us all set up. I've got to get through this now. I'm pretty sure it's beech. It's quite heavy. Not as heavy as oak, but it's definitely a hardwood. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. I have to move the splitter around this way a little bit because the wood is going to go over there and I don't want it piling up and make me unable to move the splitter. I'm expecting some of these logs to explode open, as you often find. It's always a giggle, but I just got to make sure there's nothing in front of it first of all. This is going to take a little bit of time. Oh, I see. There we go. Right. There you go. I see you. Enjoy. You've always got to have a trusty block behind your log. Split up the weight evenly. This is a big bugger. They're all big buggers. Yeah. Split nicely, but it is full of fibres. Fortunately, take a bit more through. There. So because it's so fibrous, I've got to split it from both ends, unfortunately. So these are going to take some getting through. It's going to take a lot of moving them around and probably putting them through twice just to get one split. That's better. Absolutely soaking wet. So these logs you've got to break down bit by bit. It's not just a case of putting them straight through the splitter. The fibres, as you can see, they split and they hang on to each other, and it makes it 3 times more difficult. So stuff in the bottom. You know, with dry wood, this is a 1 hour job maximum. This is soaked. going to take it right down the middle. I'm going to have to get an axe and actually chop into it. Better. I'll come back to that piece. Like I say, you've got to take these bit by bit. Actually, that one should be okay. I'm going to split it in two again anyway. My dad has a very big fire, but it's wide, but the opening is about that big, so you've got to think about getting your log inside the fire. That's a lot better. Perfect. So I'm going to take it through a cut that I've already got. So you can see there, prime example, all the fibres just hold it together. Give this a twist, see if that works. See, this is what they don't show you on those professional log splitting videos you see on YouTube. Different types of wood, different types of grain, and the amount of trouble they give you. There we go. One more should do that. Much better. So you get the right spot, it's not so bad. See the state of that? It's like steel string, you just won't let go. See if this fares any better. Ah, perfect. I think that's elm. It's a lot lighter and no fibres. So as you can see, we've got a limb here, which means there's going to be a bloody big knot here. So we're going to split it at that end. Instead of going through a knot, which is like going through steel, we're going to go through the regular grain. That's not bad. These little bits of wood, they're just full of all sorts. Much better. As you can see there as well, there's a little knot there going through the wood. Thankfully the splitter manages to take care of those. Now when you get a log like this, where you've got the limb at one end and your regular grain at the other, you're best off putting it on the grain. As I say, you can see here, there's a knot right there and there's a knot right here. And the splitter will have a lot of difficulty getting through those, so you're best off putting it on your regular grain. And the splitter will have no problem going through that. And there you have it. So there's all your tight grain. where the nuts are and all your soft grain. It's just easier. Puts a lot less stress on your splitter as well. So I'm going to take this, I'm not going to split this down the centre, I'm going to take it about here, because these are quite big logs and I want to get 3 out of this. As I say, my dad's fire is humongous, but I err on the side of caution. On the other side. That one did not want to let go. There we go. So once again, we have a knot here, a nub, but you didn't want to let go of that piece. So on account of that, I'm not going to put the splitter directly on there. I'm going to split it from the bottom here, where I'm hoping there'll be no knots. That's the plan. That worked okay. The fibres are hanging onto it, so it gets wrapped around the blade here and you cannot get it off for the life of you. So I'm going to have to break this one down. You see, you think you've got a straight grain and it turns out got no such thing. That noise there, it's the wood creaking as there's water go, and it comes out like this absolute mess here. No wonder my dad asked me to do this. My goodness! I mean, look at the state of that. That's this log, how wet it is. It won't give it up. It's like pulling apart tangled steel wool. Very difficult. See how this one fares. We'll take this one right down the centre because it's not too big. Better. That's a good heavy thick log. That'll just fit on nicely. Sorry. Like I say, this is what they don't show you on those perfectly edited YouTube videos. Oi. This might cause us some problems. Almost. One more. At the other end, we'll try taking this one in threes. So 1, 2. See if that eases up the pressure on the blade. Nope. When these push up against the blade under all that pressure, you can actually see the moisture dripping out as it's being squeezed out. That's how soaking wet these logs are. I'm going to give this one more go. And if it won't go, I'll have to chainsaw it because I'm not going to risk the splitter. There we go. Literally tearing. It's not splitting, it's tearing. Got its own handle. This is a horrible big bugger, so I'm going to try it right on the edge. The grain is pretty straight, just exceptionally dense. That was that almost explosive split I was talking about. Happens all the time with very dry wood. It's dry and it just explodes apart, as I've shown you seen in some of my other videos. See, I don't normally make logs this small. My father prefers them chunky and big and that sort of thing. But the reason I take them down so small is again to reduce the pressure on the splitter. Some logs you've just got to break down bit by bit. And I'd rather have a few medium logs and a working splitter than 2 logs and no splitter. Come on! Don't have to get the axe for this one. That's it. Right on the edge. Hear it crackle, crackle, and it might go, but not this time. Alright, there's one more go, and if not the chainsaw it. It's just not worth the risk to the splitter. I should keep saying I'll give it one more go, because every time I do, it works. Doesn't make any sense. Wait. One more go. Yeah. Right. Straight from the other end. got. We'll just chain it. Not happening. Not this time. In fact, I may very well just leave those for chainsawing. They are putting quite a pressure on the splitter. It's not the youngest of machines. So this will all be left for chainsawing. It's just a safer option. Most of that stuff there as well I've just split. It was just horrible, fibrous, stuck together, didn't want to come apart. It's so wet, so damp. I mean, you can see here the shading, that's all pure damp, and it's not the best of conditions for the splitter. It's already been repaired once, so it's just not worth the risk. So I think I'll have more fun chainsawing it.